good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ogbanje Joseph. Please hit the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel. Like and share this video as well. Today we are going to be looking at research methodology. Research methodology. What are the intricacies of writing a research methodology? Now, research methodology is one of the major, one of the very important sections of a research project. Okay, without research methodology, a research is not complete. So, it is actually very important that every researcher understands that research methodology is one of the key aspects of a research. In fact, it forms the basis of chapter 3 of every research work. So, what are the components of research methodology? Now, the components of research methodology are as follows. Okay, number one is research design. Research design. What is research design? Research design, just like the name design implies, it is the blueprint, the action plan, the framework upon which the research is going to be conducted. So, research design is a plan or blueprint which specifies how data relating, to given problems should be collected and analyzed. So, it involves structuring the investigation to enable the researcher identify the relationship between independent and dependent variables. Okay, so there are so many types of research design. So we have descriptive research design, exploratory research design, historical research design. Now we also have case study research design, survey research design, and experimental research design. Okay, so that is actually 3.1. I told you that research methodology forms the chapter 3 of the research project. Okay, so 3.1 is research design, 3.2 is population of the study. What is the population of the study? Population of the study is a description of the population, is actually any group of individuals. Population of the study is the population of any group of individuals that have one or more characteristics in common and are of interest to the researcher. Okay, so a population of the study includes all the items which the researcher, you know all the items with characteristics the researcher wishes to understand. So it is any group of individuals that have one or more characteristics in common that are of interest to the researcher. Okay, that are of interest to the researcher. So that is actually what is known as population of the study. So when we are talking about the population, the population defines the limits within which the research findings are applicable. Okay, so population is defined in such a way that the result of the investigation are generalizable onto it. Okay, so that is actually population of the study. Now that is 3.2. Then 3.3 is sample size. Sample size. Now, what is sample size? A sample is a proportion of the total population to be studied. A sample is a proportion of the total population to be studied, in which case you have a larger population. From this population, you have to extract, a few that you can use to generalize. So if, for example, the population is 1,000, you can actually apply a formula, that you can use to scientifically reduce the population to a sample, to a manageable size, that you can now call it a sample that you use to generalize, to the population. That is 3.3. Then 3.4 is, sampling technique. What is sampling technique? Okay, now sampling technique Okay, sampling technique is a plan specifying how elements will be drawn from the population. Okay, it is a plan specifying how elements will be drawn from the population. Don't forget, we have two types of sampling technique. We have the probability sampling technique and the non-probability sampling technique. Okay, the probability sampling technique and the non-probability sampling technique. Now, what is this probability sampling technique, for example? Now, the probability sampling technique is the type of sampling technique. Probability sampling technique is a type of sampling technique that is actually that is probable in nature. What does that mean? It means that all items within a population have equal chance of being selected. And what are the types of probability sampling technique? We have simple random sampling, we have systematic sampling, we have stratified sampling, we have cluster sampling, and then double sampling. Okay, that is number one type of sampling. That is probability sampling. Then we have non-probability. What is non-probability? Non-probability here is that the elements within a population do not have equal chance of being selected. And what are the examples? Examples are quota sampling, purposive sampling, accidental or availability sampling, convenience sampling, snowball sampling, and event sampling. Okay, so that's actually for sampling technique. Then the next one is, that is 3 point, okay, 3.5. 3.5 is the method of data collection. Now, the method of data collection involves a description of the instruments used in data collection. It involves the instruments, the description of the instruments used in data collection. What is the description of these instruments? Don't forget, there are two types of data collection. We have primary data collection and secondary data collection. For the primary, there are observation, questionnaire, interview, and focus group discussion. Under the secondary method of data collection, we have documentary or documented sources such as textbooks, internet materials, journals, newsletters, newspapers, and stuff like that. So that is actually for the method of data collection. Then we have the method of data analysis, that is 3.6. Okay, what is this method of data analysis? A model specification. The method of data analysis talks about the description of carefully selected statistical tools or techniques used in analyzing the data for each research. Okay, for each research question and hypothesis. Don't forget, when you are doing your data analysis, it has to be done in respect to your proposition, research proposition, or research hypothesis. And you have to carefully identify the data analysis, the tool of data analysis you're using. If it is descriptive analysis, okay, then, or inferential statistics that you are using, then you have to actually say it. Okay, now we have data analysis for quantitative research and data analysis for qualitative research. For quantitative research, you use statistical approach, statistical tools like chi-square, regression analysis, correlation coefficient, t-test, and stuff. Then for qualitative research, you can use content analysis, you can use simple percentages, and all of that. But what is important is that whenever you are doing your data analysis, you must clearly specify which tool of analysis you are using. Thank you very much.